Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda and today I am going to be making some vegan oatmeal chocolate chip cookies and some vegan oatmeal raisin cookies. I'm going to show you the steps just with the chocolate chips, and then later I'm going to make my dad a separate batch with raisins. This recipe, I was going to originally take what I've been using as my oatmeal chocolate chip recipe and just substitute the egg with a flax egg and then the butter with vegan butter, but I decided to look on Pinterest for an actual recipe and found one over on Sam Turnbull's blog, and her blog is called It Does Not Taste Like Chicken. So for this, just using extra vegan butter, and there's no egg, whether it's, chicken egg or a flax egg involved. So I'm going to show you the ingredients. I'm going to link down below her blog post so that you can go and visit that if you want to print off the recipe. And let's get started with the baking. So in this bowl we have our dry ingredients, which is 1 1/4 cup of flour, 1 cup of rolled oats, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. In my KitchenAid mixer we have 3/4 cups of butter, a 1/2 cup of white sugar, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So the first thing we're going to do is cream together the wet ingredients, make sure it's all mixed, and then in her recipe it says to put the wet ingredients in the bowl with the dry ingredients, but I'm going to put the dry ingredients in with the wet ingredients, that way I don't have to get out another mixer. Alright, so now I'm just going to add in, I believe it's a 1/2 cup of vegan chocolate chip cookies, and I'm going to just hand mix these in with a spatula. Normally I let my cookie dough chill in the fridge for 30 minutes, but this recipe doesn't call for it. I'm getting a look from my boyfriend, so I'm going to let it chill. And then I will show you how I roll them out and lay them on a cookie sheet. So now I'm going to roll out some cookie dough balls. And space them evenly. The recipe says to lightly grease the baking pan, but I always use parchment paper. I'm gonna make them about that big, so they'll make decent sized cookies. So the recipe calls to bake at 350 for 14 to 18 minutes. So I'm gonna put these in for 16 and then cook a little longer if they need it. And I've got enough dough to roll out some more cookies. And I've got a second pan ready to go, so that's what I'm going to continue doing. All right, the first batch is done. I'd say those look pretty good. Oh, I don't know what happened to that one though. Oh, or that one. All right, so we'll see how this next batch fares. I've only got a couple cookies on this sheet. So I'm gonna put them in for another 16 minutes. And then once those cool some more, I'm gonna move them onto the cooling racks and then have my taste tester over there let me know how they are. But not that one, because he can't have chocolate. I'm gonna go ahead and move the cookies from the baking sheet on over to the cooling rack. And we've decided that, and by we I mean Skylar, decided that what happened to this cookie and that cookie was too much butter. The recipe called for chilled butter rather than melting it, and I think that's because the recipe also didn't call for chilling the dough after it was mixed. So I think if I make these cookies again, I'm going to melt the butter to make it easier to mix in and make sure there aren't chunks, and then chill the dough still, because they make fluffier cookies when the dough's chilled. So that's the plan. But they look good, other than those two that kind of fell a little flat and melted. But that's okay. They'll still get eaten. So that is it for this cookie recipe. I had a lot of fun making this. If you want to see more videos like this on my channel, please let me know down in the comments and I'll see what else I can come up with. And if you have any other really good vegan recipes, please let me know. I'm on the search for them, and I will chat with you in the comments until my next video.